So, how do you find your way through life? Let's talk about that. Hey, my highly sensitive friends out there, how you doing? It's Randy with The Living Adventure. So I've had a lot of people ask me how I navigated the planet, in the jungles and the places, the strange places that I was in. And the reality is that we can navigate just about anywhere we want using one of these. Sophisticated GPSs with communication devices. And it's pretty simple nowadays. But I want to talk a little bit more about how you navigate through life. And the one thing that people don't realize is that we have this thing inside of us. It's called a moral compass, and it was given to us at birth. We know right from wrong, or we have the ability to understand right from wrong. What we're taught is how to calibrate that natural moral compass. And the one thing that we have inside of us that allows us to detect whether we're on the right path or not is this feeling called guilt. Guilt is what guides our moral compass. When we feel guilty about something, we know we're off course and we need to realign to that. Now, the problem with guilt is that if our moral compass is out of calibration, meaning that somewhere along the line in the history of our past, we were taught something or led to believe something that knocked that moral compass out of calibration, then our guilt takes over. As an example, if you know in your heart that something is wrong and yet you say no to it and guilt takes over, that is the indicator that your moral compass is out of calibration. When your heart and the feeling of guilt, I guess, doesn't align, then you really need to investigate that. Is your moral compass in calibration? Sometimes as children, we're exploring boundaries, and it's just like me traveling through the jungle. I'm exploring different paths. Wonder where this one leads, wonder where that one leads. And in that journey through life, what happens is that we run into obstacles, barriers. And those barriers might stop us in our tracks. In other words, we feel this is the right way to go as a child, and somebody corrects us saying, no, this is not the right way to go, you need to go over here. And then often you can have good parenting and you can have not so good parenting, but it goes beyond the parenting aspect. And I talk to parents all the time about this, is you do the best you can based on your own moral compasses. However, sometimes, well, not sometimes, most of the time what happens is that kids that start to enter into the school system, they graduate from that 4 to 7 year period. So ages 4 to 7, you as a parent, you can align your child's moral compass based on your own beliefs, right or wrong. But after that, you hand them over to a school system or a public system, a society that has multiple inputs into their moral compasses, and they start to get misaligned there. And so all you can do is hope that they understand right from wrong and that their moral compass is a solid one. And if it's not, then this is how we have a problem setting and holding and maintaining boundaries, is that our moral compasses have been misaligned, and we need to retract a little bit. Understand that first, and then try to retract, and look inwards and say, what is right and what is wrong. We know that. We inherently know what's right and what's wrong. The ability to enforce it is where the challenge is, and that's because we're overridden as HSPs. We're overridden with strong emotions, strong emotion of guilt. You say no to somebody knowing that it's wrong, what they're asking you to do, and that guilt just overwhelms you, and that's the feeling you're trying to escape. So you escape that feeling and you go with what's wrong, even though internally you know it's wrong. So just understanding that is a helpful step in how to create a corrective action. And that's, again, in our highly responsive training program. What we're working with is how to help you as an individual that has a misaligned moral compass, realign it to be able to have the tools and the power to know how to journey through life correctly and on course. And knowing that guilt is helping you and not harming you or taking you off course. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps you, and more to come. Thanks for following me. Cheers.